Alright guys, welcome back to episode 2 of the Football Manager 2021 Hearts Career Mode. Now we did have a very long pre-season due to the shortened league fixture campaign in the Scottish Championship. Fuck COVID, basically. It's meant we're only playing 70% or something like that of the league campaign, 75%, so it didn't start till October. It starts October 6th. Our opening game, well, the league doesn't start in October. The league starts in the 17th, but the Betfred Cup campaign starts on the 6th. And we will be taking on Elgin City in that one, which I'm hoping we can get through. We should get through the Betfred Cup group stage without much hassle. But Dundee to kick off the league. That is by no means an easy game, and it'll be an interesting one. In my opinion, it's the two best teams in the league that are probably going to be competing for the title. So for us to take on Dundee in the opening game, it gives us a great chance to set a marker, show that we're the team that's not to be messed with. But at the same time, it gives Dundee a chance to maybe cause a bit of an upset and maybe show that they can be the team that are going to go on and have success this season. Now we have played a few friendlies, and like I said during the pre-season, we won two of them. There was a team, Victoria Guimarães from Portugal. We actually beat them 2-1, which was a good result. Then we lost disappointingly to Notts County by 3-0 away from home. I would have preferred to have not have lost that bad. It's not losing to Notts County is the problem, but 3-0 is a bit of a big blow. Then we took on Spartans and we got a 4-0 win. That was pretty comprehensive. I mean, nothing really to worry about. And then there was a Cadell testimonial, and I've got to be honest, I don't know who this Cadell guy is. I'm assuming he's played for both us and Crusaders, but I can't remember him, guys. So apologies if I've lost the plot, but I don't remember him. So how good could he have been? We got the win though over Crusaders, 2-0 thanks to Ewan Henderson and Jamie Walker. Now everything might be looking good, but I can confirm things are not good. And we'll look at the medical centre now. Fuck me, we need to hire more doctors, man, because we've got injuries coming left, right, and centre. Broken legs, broken fingers, broken assholes. Everything's happening here in the Hearts camp, and we'll look at the medical centre now. And like I said, a shitload of injuries. Now, some of them have kind of healed up because, like I said, it's been a very long pre-season. But if you look at the current injuries, those ones should be back, should be okay. But if you look at the current injuries, the big long-term ones, Josh Ginnelly will be back soon. We've got Michael Smith, who's going to be out for approximately another 2 to 3 weeks. But look at that, our two main attacking options in the team, Stevie Naismith and Liam Boyce, both picking up the same injury, damaged cruciate ligaments. I mean, come on. Boyce is going to be out for 69 months and Naismith out to 5 to 8 months. I mean, by that time, the season will almost be over, so we can't really do anything. We can't bring anyone in until the January transfer window opens on January the 1st. So at the moment, we are really, really stuck, and we're going to have to rely on the squad that we have here. But to lose both Boyce and Naismith, it was a massive blow, and I don't really know how it happened. To be fair, just in training, I mean, it's madness that it's the same injury, and it's to two key players in the attacking role. So that is an absolute disaster. I'm going to hope that we've got who. Let's have a look here at the squad. Let's see what players we've got capable here. We'll have a quick look in terms of position, and we'll see who could potentially fill those roles. So with Naismith and Boyce out, I'm looking at who can play striker. You've got possibly Ewan Henderson, but I mean, is he really going to be the guy that leads our attacking line? Obviously, there's Craig Whiting. There's Jordan Roberts. We've got Josh Ginnelly. He's currently injured, but his injury won't last that long. He will be back soon, within a couple of weeks. But I mean, we do have a decent amount of players that can play in the centre forward role, the striker role, but they're not good players, and we might struggle having without having Boyce and Naismith. So I couldn't believe it when both those players got the same injury. It was a fucking disaster, and I don't know how we're going to cope with that. To be fair, in terms of finances, we did lose a bit of money over the June, July months, but since we got back into August and we got a couple of those friendlies getting played, we do appear to be making slight profits. It's nothing major, but you'd rather be making money than losing money. But you can see in the month of July there, what is it? We lost £558,000. So I mean that is quite a lot of money. I mean, I wish I had that amount of money in my bank, but unfortunately I don't. And talking of banks, what do we have in the bank at the moment? Current overall balance is 1.6 million, so that's not bad. When the game started, what did we have? We had 1.8, so we've actually dropped quite a bit. But like I said, that's purely due to the fact that it's a big pre-season. There's been no football played. I'm hoping now that we're starting the season, we can begin to make some profits and we can start getting the overall balance up. Because, like I said, that is a major element of this series. And Budge's been moaning and moaning and moaning and moaning and moaning, and then more moaning about the balance. So she's made it clear that, albeit she wants success on the pitch, we also need to look after the finances. And yeah, so I mean that kind of does hamper us, but at the same time, I mean I don't want the club to die. I don't want the club to go bankrupt. I don't want the club to, dare Rangers and have to go into League Two. That wouldn't be good for business. So we need to make sure that we keep the overall balance pretty healthy. In terms of Scottish teams in Europe, it's been pretty good for the coefficient. So obviously now there's no two-legged ties. It's this season. It's just going to be one match, winner takes all. If you're home or away, it's kind of screwed. Unlucky for you, but there's no home and away ties. It's one tie, 90 minutes. You're either in or you're out. And Celtic in their first qualifying round did do enough. I mean, it was close, but they just about did enough to beat Arat Armenia by 2 goals to 1. I mean, you'd expect Celtic to, get a much bigger, wider margin than that in terms of the win. I mean, they did dominate the game, 20 shots to 4, but overall, I mean, it wasn't exactly, comfortable. And it would have been embarrassing had they went out, but thankfully they didn't for Scottish football. That meant they moved into the second qualifying round, where they got a comfortable 3-0 win over Dynamo from Georgia. It was a much more convincing win, a much more comfortable win. I mean, 21 shots to 2, nothing really to worry about. A Jetty played up front. He got a goal. He also got a yellow card as well. I just realised El Mahadi is injured. I don't know if it's serious, but I'm sure Celtic have loads of, cover. They're not like us. They're not going to be struggling. They're not going to be panicking and looking to, bring in a striker for 10 quid or something like that. And in the third qualifying round, Celtic got a 1-0 win over Dynamo Brest, and that was pretty good for them. Now, I don't know how they got on in the playoffs. We'll check it out now. I know they got young boys, and there's just a joke in there to be made, but I'm going to restrain myself from making it. But anyway, let's find out how Celtic did in the playoffs, and they lost 2 goals. What? Hold on. How can they? Wait, let's check this out here. What's happened? How could Celtic? It says Celtic won. Hold on here. It says Celtic won 2-1, but they got knocked out in penalties. Am I fucking retarded or something? I don't understand this. I don't understand that. I mean, Celtic won, but it went to penalties, and Young Boys got the victory. That is, I don't understand that at all. Hey guys, if you can explain what this means, then help me out here, because I am fucking amazed. I don't have a clue what that is. Or unless it was 2-2, I don't know. Or did it finish 3-3? Maybe 3-3? I don't know where it finished. But anyway, Celtic are out, so I don't know how it worked. But Celtic are out of the Europa, the Champions League, and they will drop into Europa League. So I mean, I guess it's not great, but it's still a Scottish team that is, in the competition, still in Europe. As for the Europa League first qualifying round, Motherwell came through with a pretty bad scare there against, I believe that is Dun. Who is that Dun? I don't know who it is, but they got the win. They were kind of dominated though. Managed to get the win on penalties though, and it meant they get into the next round. It was against Dun Streda from Slovakia, so they did enough to get through, but it wasn't convincing at all, and they just about managed to get themselves over the line. Also, I'm pretty sure Aberdeen are in this round. They are Aberdeen with a 1-0 win over Rosenborg. Again, I don't know who these teams are, but Aberdeen getting the job done. Marley Watkins' goal gave them the victory. Moving on then to the second qualifying round, where Rangers will be added. Let's see how they got on. So Rangers with a 3-0 win over Lokomotiv from Georgia. I guess it's a pretty easy tie there. And Rangers made the most 8 goals for Steve Davis, Kane and Goldson. No surprise to see Rangers go through. Aberdeen sneaked through on penalties by beating Osheke, and you can see they were kind of dominated there for large periods of the game. They did get a goal late on for Scott Wright, and then Perak equalised right at the end, but it wasn't enough, and Aberdeen managed to go through on penalties. Good for Scottish football, but how did Motherwell get on? Let's see them. Where are they? Motherwell, unfortunately, oh well, unlucky. Motherwell got Wolfsburg, and they got knocked out, but I think they did well to only lose by 1-0. And even look at the stats, I mean, it's not like they were embarrassed there. I mean, 10 shots to 5, it's not. Possession was pretty close. I mean, I think Motherwell. Oh well, that maybe explains it. Wolfsburg were down to 10 men from the 29th minute, and Motherwell couldn't take advantage. That is pretty poor. A man advantage, and they bottle it. Anyway, there you go. Motherwell will not be competing in the third qualifying round. And speaking of the third qualifying round, it is Rangers there at the top, just about getting over the line, beating Fodina from Serbia, 3-2. Rangers there, just in enough. The goals coming from Kent, Hadji, and Morelos. And in the other game featuring the Scottish team, it's Aberdeen taking on Tottenham in a battle of Britain, Scotland versus England. And Aberdeen not doing a bad showing, but it's that deadly duo of Kane and Son. I mean, how can you compete against that? I mean, these guys score against the best teams in the world. So what chance did Aberdeen have? And unfortunately, they fell to a 2-0 defeat going into the third and final round, or the fourth round even, the qualifying round. Rangers is the only Scottish team that remain, and they get PAOK from Greece, and that'll be winner gets into the Europa League. And does that mean that is the Celtic enter this then, since they got knocked out? I don't know where Celtic will be, but Rangers then, last team in the Europa League. Now back to Hearts. I mean, I'm all about Scottish football. I care about the game, but at the end of the day, Rangers Celtic doing well isn't going to save me in my job. And the board, even though we haven't played any matches yet, I'm only getting a C+ rating, but which isn't bad. I mean, it's okay. To summarise, the board are pleased with your management of the team. Notable highlights: delighted with the positive atmosphere in the changing room. So there you go. At least I'm doing something right. These board meetings, these team talks, I'm doing something all right. Pleased with your level of support in the squad, which is good. We've got stuff here. The board are looking. We haven't made any transfers yet. Squad, the board are very happy with the unity among the players. So, I mean, we haven't really done anything. We've played a couple of friendlies, we haven't made any signings. So, I mean, how happy or how unhappy, how pissed off and angry can the board really be when all we've kind of did is just sat in the in the office drinking coffee? I mean, that's practically all we've done so far in this season. And the bookies are, I fucking hate the bookies, like, not gonna lie, bookies are my biggest enemy. But in this game, it looks like they're our friend because they've actually made us title favourites. Odds of 1 to 10. I don't know how safe that would be. I'm not sure you'd want to put your money on that, but 1 to 10 is the odds you can get if you think Hearts are going to win this season. So let us know, guys, down below if you want to put a tenner on that. And if you put a tenner on that and it wins, I will give you £11 at the end of the season. Queen of the South are favourites to go down, and they are 4 to 9 to be relegated. So there is the promotion odds. We've got the team in week review training here. Ewan Henderson looks like he's doing good training. Ollie Lee isn't doing good training. Ollie Lee doesn't even want to be here. And I think we did transfer list him because he doesn't, like, if he doesn't want to be here, then he can leave. It's as simple as that. Let's see, have we transfer listed him? I don't. Yeah, we have transfer listed him. So, but we haven't got any offers yet. But like I said, the transfer window is closed at the moment, so probably not going to get any offers yet. But I guess in January it is. It's a very good chance that Ollie Lee could be gone. He could be leaving Tynecastle. So the breaking news here, the draw has been made for the Europa League, and Scotland will be represented in the group draw because Celtic have been drawn alongside Bayern 04, AZ Alkmaar and Wolfsberger from the Austrian Premier League. And I mean, good luck to Celtic trying to get through in that group. And I believe Rangers have also been drawn. They also got through, I think they got through, and let's see here who they got in their group. So Rangers drawn against Sporting Lisbon from Portugal, Vikings from Norway, Red Star Belgrade from Serbia, and obviously themselves. I'm looking at both Rangers and Celtic. I think they've got a decent chance here of getting through. So hopefully today, I mean, I would love them to do well, and that means maybe when we get promoted next year, there might be an extra spot available for a Scottish team, and hopefully maybe we can steal it, whether it's through, you know, 4th place in the league or the Scottish Cup. The more teams that Scotland get to qualify for Europe, the better for us. And in our last friendly game of the pre-season, we have defeated Airdrie by 1-0. But look at the stats, man. 30 shots, 14 on target compared to Airdrie's 2 shots with none on target. 70% possession compared to their 30. And I cannot believe we only scored 1 goal and it was from a Jamie Walker penalty, man. What was their goalkeeper on? What kind of steroids was he taking? He must have been Superman in nets or something. I don't know. Or maybe he was a big fat bastard and he blocked every single shot with the size of his gut. I don't know what happened, but I mean, how we only got 1-0 win. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable, but at least it's a win, and we can move on then to the beginning of the season with a bit of positivity, with winning momentum here, and hopefully we can transfer that into the Betfred Cup. So there's more bookmakers odds, and this time it's for the top Scottish Championship player. And three of our players make the top three. So you've got John Suter, Michael Smith, and Craig Gordon. In my opinion, no surprise. We have the best team of the best players, so obviously you'd expect one of our players to get that award. And hopefully it is one of those guys. I mean, might be John Suter, might be Craig Gordon, might be Michael Smith. Who knows? It probably won't be Naismith due to the fact that he's going to be injured for like more or less the entire season. But who knows? Maybe he can get back in time for the last couple of games and maybe get a few goals and I don't know, maybe a winner's medal, or maybe that's pushing it. Alright, so our chief scout, Murray, did give us a bunch of players that he thought we should try and sign. And it's not that there's anything wrong with these players. I mean, some of them are good. There's Macon Bolt, who does look like a good Brazilian. He's 30 years old. He's currently free agent. It would be a good signing to make. But I just don't feel like... I feel like after the injuries to Naismith and Boyce, that we probably need a striker. The only striker that they've recommended to us is Umair Niasse from Senegal. They did recommend Ross McCausland from Rangers, but he's only 17. Is he really ready to come in here and fill the gap, fill the void left from Naismith and Boyce? I don't think so. So I'll be looking at this Umar Niasse guy now. His last club that he did play for was Everton. And I mean, Everton are pretty damn good, so I don't know whether he would come to us or not. But you know what? We'll offer him a contract, and we'll see what he wants anyway. Playing time, he wants star player, which would probably be fair enough. Contract start date would start now, but I don't think we'd get him until January. We'll appoint player as the club captain. No, we ain't going to do that. We ain't going to do that at all. We'll improve coaching team. We're not going to do that either. We might improve the squad, so let's see if he's okay with that. He's happy to move on to the next stage, so let's see what kind of money he wants. Here we go. Yep, so we want to do business in a swift fashion. And oh my god, straight away, he wants 7.75k, and that's this deal pretty much over. We can only offer 1.9. I wouldn't even insult his intelligence, you know what, we'll walk away. We'll walk away for that. I don't think we're going to be getting him in, so it doesn't look like any of these signings that the scouts recommended that we'll be getting. I just cannot see it. Ross McCausland, I mean, do we really want to bring this guy in here? Let's have a look at the overview. At the moment, where would he be in terms of? He'd be 11th. In terms of our players, he'd be the 11th best strike player we have to play the striker position. So, I mean, albeit currently operating at a Highland, Lowland leagues level. I mean, I get the guy could improve, but we need someone that can come in and do the job now. We ain't got 4 or 5 years to wait on this guy improving, so it's going to be a no. I guess we're just going to have to go with the team that we've got, guys. I don't think we're going to be getting anyone in, at least for now. So we'll just go with Stevie Naismith and Liam Boyce out injured. We'll just make the best of it. Let's see what team we have then. Let's see who is available and what changes we'll have to make here to the tactics. So at the moment, we've got Jordan Roberts up front in attack. We've got Henderson on the left with Walker playing as the advanced playmaker in behind Roberts, and Moore out on the right, Halliday and Haring. We've got Haring in the ball-winning midfield position. And I want him in midfield, probably. I think he'd be alright in midfield, to be fair, because that means he can get the partnership with Halkett and Suter, and I'm keen on that partnership, so I think it is worth pushing Haring into the midfield to allow Halkett to come in and play. Smith's got a slight injury. I don't think he's going to play the next game, so we'll probably take him out for Jamie Brandon. I'll go ahead and do that now. Unfortunately, Michael Smith, there's no point risking it in a Betfred Cup game, you know what I mean? The guy will probably win anyway. And there's Josh Ginnelly, who also will not be available for the first Betfred Cup game either. But I mean, apart from that, I mean, this team still looks pretty good to me. This should be a team that's capable of getting through the Betfred Cup group stage without much problem. Now, speaking of the Betfred Cup group stage, let's see who we've got in our group. It's Elgin City, ourselves, Inverness, Montrose, and Raith Rovers. The board expect us to get to the quarterfinals, so that will be our task, guys, in the next episode, and we will be taking on Elgin in the first game. I think we'll win. I'm pretty confident, but I guess you never know. It's Betfred Cup. Anything can happen, guys. But that's going to do it then for episode 2. Like I said, in episode 3, we will be playing a bunch of these Betfred Cup games. Probably not them all. Probably 3. But we'll see how many wins we get. We see if we got off to a good start. And I am looking forward to it, guys. The first competitive game of the season will be coming up next in episode 3. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for now. Didn't get any signings done, but we've pretty much got the squad where we wanted. We're ready to start the season, minus a few key injuries to a couple of our best players. But I'm confident that we can see it through, and we'll have them back for next year. And when it really matters, this year is all about getting through this, winning this championship, maybe having a half decent cup run, and building the squad for next year. That's what it's all about, guys. Anyway, till next time, I've been Scotland 90. Peace.